just stay groomed up and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't, unless people like have tats all over their face or something like that, you know, gang tats and stuff like that. I don't think people should judge people for stuff like that.
When I was young, my dad used to shave my head bald all the time. I look like a peeled onion.
You need to have a connection with whoever's cutting your hair or doing your hair personally, because if you don't have a connection with them people, they can't feel your vibe.
They judge you by your appearance now and the way you talk. Some people can talk themselves out of a job if they talk too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So usually I'm really attracted to people's haircuts that are sort of like not conservative. I definitely think that it says something about their ability to sort of like take a chance and to not worry about what other people are thinking about their haircuts.
The reason I decided to become a cosmetologist is because I realized that you could do some serious community organizing through hair. I got to know parts of the community that I otherwise would never get to know because of the salon I was at. We all have an idea of how we want to look and how we want to present ourselves to other people.
Every morning you get up and you look in the mirror and you have a perception of yourself. And so, it's a valuable thing to feel good about yourself and to feel good about what you're projecting to the world.
Well, the reason I decided to become a cosmetologist is because of this really unique, really special relationship that stylists get to have. And I don't think you would know if you weren't in the industry.
I mean, there have been people just from a haircut have cried of happiness in my chair. And to be able to touch someone like that is amazing. It's just so awesome.
What's cool about being a hairstylist is that you have this connection with someone and you have this conversation, you can really usually identify and say, this is how you want to look, and I can help you with that.
As a stylist, coming in and trying to give someone what their vision is and to suggest things that would look great on them or bring out a feature of theirs or whatever, it does put some pressure on you.
The thing is that you see this person usually on a regular basis, especially with my clients at the boutique salon I work at. I see them on a regular basis. I know what's going on in their lives, sometimes more than their families or loved ones.
Probably the social aspect of hair is about 50-50 with the actual skill. Because I've seen and heard a lot of clients who have stayed with a hairstylist for years, hating the haircut that they were getting, just because they liked the person or knew that they needed the money or something like that.
It's a lot about trust. So to sit in someone's chair, to lay back and have your hair washed and close your eyes, to be around sharp objects, and to put your identity essentially, or a large part of your identity, into someone else's hands is a really big deal. So with my clients, I have noticed they are willing to share things with me that they share with really close family members or friends, because you have to establish this level of trust. And once you get there, it's like everything is free range. So it winds up, you go really deep, really quickly, which is really wonderful. You become a really important central part in someone's life.
They judge you by your appearance now and the way you talk. Some people can talk themselves out of a job if they talk too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm a cook. Well, mainly in my field, it's a lot because it's a health thing. You know, you got to be neat. Can't have hair falling on people's food. And, you know, just the presentation of how your cooks look when people come into your business. Some people won't even eat your food if the cooks don't look right. If they don't look neat, things don't look clean, you're going to run people away. So that makes a lot of difference in my field.
Well, I think what's most important when it comes to hair is how a person feels comfortable with their own. Fortunate thing about hair is it grows back. So I think whatever, you know, a person is comfortable personally is how their hair should be.
Definitely am attracted to like more adventurous hairstyles because I think that in a lot of ways, I know it's like a hip thing and it's like, you know, sort of the like the new haircut styles to like have asymmetry or like have part of your head shaved. But I think it's really cool because it does fly in the face of a lot of tradition.
Work in a bank and I want to have a mohawk. You know, I think that's just the American way.
Getting more in touch with my wavy hair, that's been good. Because for a while, I think being in the business arena, as a woman, you're kind of at that point where people view your polished hair as you're the more finished and you're more polished than the next person. So I tended to straighten my hair more so and not accept that the waviness can be as professional.
I mean, every once in a while you encounter somebody that goes a little bit overboard, like the hipster mullet, a little bit too much, but I don't know, it's usually associated with like a ridiculous outfit, and I feel like if you're gonna have a ridiculous haircut, you have to like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have a ridiculous haircut and like a ridiculous outfit and be a ridiculous person. You have to tone it down. You have to play by the rules just a tiny bit.
It means a whole lot if you can go get yourself fixed up, and it makes you feel like a different person. If you're sick, it makes you feel better. If you're depressed, it makes you feel happier. I mean, if I walk up to you and you look like you didn't care, I'm not going to care either. But if you look nice and hold yourself proud and look, you know, like you want to, you're going to be proud of yourself. And people know that.
Because if you didn't really care, you wouldn't get your hair cut necessarily. I think people invest in getting haircuts and building that relationship with the hairstylist because they care, like that they want to be aware of their appearance and their self-esteem and how they're perceived.
People really function, especially on that first impression, on the way you look, for better or for worse.
People have always identified me as the curly hair, the girl with the curly hair. And I thought I could really help people understand their curl.
I think Angela had more patience in me and more confidence in me than I had. Because at the beginning, I was like, yeah, whatever, girlfriend. But I want you to give me a good haircut that will make it straight.
Society in general seems to be to deem straight hair as more put together.
And this curly hair person, although it takes a lot to keep curly hair looking really good, there's not that perception of working to get it.
Every other woman that I have in my chair that has wavy hair says, yeah, my hair is wavy, but it's not that good. It's not the good kind of.
But she was like, but you have this nice wave if you just let it be. And it took me a while. I'll admit, Lord knows it took me a while.
That's the biggest tribulation for women, is understanding how to make it look good. And once they do, usually opens up a whole world for them of their image and how they feel about themselves.
I probably could have enjoyed my hair earlier in my life, but I probably had somebody else's image of what it took to be a successful woman, that I kept a certain hairstyle or a certain look.
Well, it gives me a better look for when I go out job searching. I said that my locks was my luck. So even though the luck is not working right now, I still feel better about it when I have, I feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
judging isn't even necessarily the right word, assessing. We're all trying to kind of figure out where we stand. I heard a study that was done recently in Princeton where it had to do with how we automatically sort of place ourselves against other people. The test subjects were showed pictures of somebody like in a blazer standing in front of a yacht, or someone standing with a whole lot of money, or someone in a nurse's uniform, or in a suit, or in workman's clothes, or looking homeless. And people were asked to put them in a different quadrants. The words that the quadrant that somebody who looked homeless ended up in was attached to disgust. Homeless people were in the quadrant with overflowing toilet and vomit. So for somebody, it is very important to people who are walking around and being judged and who are really dependent on the goodwill of other people not to look homeless, because they're actually going to be shut out from things.
What brought you to the IRC?
Today, what brought me, first I wanted to see the nurse, check my blood pressure. 2, I wanted to check my mail. 3, I wanted to check my job emails. 4, I wanted to get a haircut. Okay?
Liz told me about the opening of the IRC and that there was definitely going to be a space for hairstyling, and I knew immediately that I wanted to be there.
And so we just had a school chair and towels, and people were cutting hair, and then out of the blue, this chair came up the stairs, up 3 flights of stairs. It turns out it was from Genesis Baptist Church. I don't know how they thought to bring it to us, but I'm so glad they did. And they brought it to us early enough that we were able to see how important it was. So when we designed this building, we designed in the barber shop.
You know that you have a space for sitting and dwelling. You know you have a space for job training. You know you have a space for assisting people with medical needs, and you have a barber shop.
But I try to keep myself groomed all the time, because no telling when you might run into somebody that will help you. If you're looking like crap, man, you can't make it in this world. If you're not trying to succeed, you sure fail.
The shower and laundry were important to us. People who are staying in shelters can take showers. In fact, I think they're mandated to take showers regularly, but they don't have a place to do their laundry. People who are living outside, I know people who have been banned from the library because they were caught giving themselves a sponge bath in the bathroom. That level of grooming is obvious and really important. But people started just cutting hair. People just started saying, do you have a pair of scissors?
It helps people get back on the right track. Because a lot of people right here now is at their bottoms, and they're trying to get back into society like they're supposed to be.
And then for the people who are getting the hair, I think there are so few ways that so few safe and acceptable ways for people to be touched and cared for in this community, that to have a place to go where you're going to just have somebody touch you and cut your hair and ask about you and give you that attention is as important as any other service that we have here.
And I think that everybody needs some help. So every time I get a chance, I'm always talking to one of the young people, and that they have problems and they like to have a father figure. And I've talked to a lot of people, and I find out what most of the problems are, which their parents are on drugs, the jobs are relapsed and they can't get back on their feet.
A certain percentage of the people who walk through our doors here at the IRC are in a miserable situation. They're in that quadrant that the rest of the world looks at as disgust, but they're pretty happy with their lives. They're pretty happy with who they are. They have they take an interest in other people. Their lives are filled with relationships. And there are people who walk through the door who are desperately miserable.
And this place right here, IRC, it helps people get back on the right track by which they help bring businesses and help them find jobs, help them find housing, help them find medical.
What we want people to understand is that they are valued, that their needs are there for them to define and for us to try to help them with, and that we can't solve everything. We can't make very many promises that we can keep, except that when you come here, you will have a better day than you might have thought you were going to have, and that there are good things here for you. And a haircut and the time with somebody cutting hair is really important.
And I got 3 sons. When I take them to the barbershop, you know, I used to would just go in and get myself touched up too. But these days and times, I can't really do it. So I just basically take them.
All right, would you mind telling me about your experience taking your sons to the barber shop? What is that atmosphere like? What's that experience like?
At the barbershop?
Yeah.
Around here?
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Oh, man. I got great relationships with my clients. It's like a family in here to me. Like my partner right here, I've been cutting his hair for a long time. How long? I was supposed to be getting you tickets to the Jay-Z. Okay, let me call and I got you.
It's kind of like church. Anything you want to know going on in the community or rumors, etc., whatever, you go to the local barbershop, you'll hear it.
And for me, I know my customers' hair, like back and forth, like it's nothing. You know, I know the different strokes and how the hair is, you know, the texture and everything. No topic is off limits. No topic.
That's another topic, movies, relationships, all types of stuff.
Oh, that gets heavy.
Yeah, that gets bad.
Sometimes a lot of people come in and lie. I mean, just straight out of lie. Nick, you ever heard any lies here in the barbershop?
Heard quite a few lies in the barbershop.
See, he gets all sensitive and emotional. Yeah. I mean, I just suck it up, going back home.
Suck it up?
Yeah.
I don't ever see it.
Just suck it up.
I said, well, you saying this, I'm saying it's blue, I'm saying it's green. And I said, well, it's how it's moving, you know. No, I don't like that. So it gets real. The word protein. Protein. He gets like, wow, and he wants to go get the big powder. He it calms him down. He wants to go work out real hard.
It's like if I say that TV is black, Joy say, no, Earl, it's charcoal. I'm like, no, the TV is black. Then he'll say, oh, everybody has their own opinion. I'm like, no, that's not true. The TV is black, I'm right, you're wrong. That's it, ain't no opinion. Cause you know, me and Joey got this special dap we do. You wanna get that on film? That's what we do.
I've never seen that. In 3 years, I have never seen that.
I love what I do. I really love what I do. I mean, it feels good to come in here with a grin and leave with a grin and wake up in the morning and coming to see my family.
Okay, so the back I'm gonna take pretty short. Okay. And I'm gonna leave more length on the top and in the front.
Okay.
Does that sound all right to you?
Yeah. I have to have surgery, and I have to have chemotherapy. And first I thought, well, you know, if I'm going to lose my hair, which the oncologist pretty much said that's the only thing that they can't guarantee is that you won't lose your hair. I thought, well, maybe I'll prepare myself and get my hair cut short and sort of start in increments since it'll be a couple of months away. And then I thought, well, after my surgery, which is a double mastectomy, I won't be able to lift my arms right away, and it'll be easier to bathe and take showers and stuff if I have short hair. And this whole sort of journey seems to be, there's some type of transformation that is happening, I think, within me, and it feels like part of the transformation, has to do with my hair. I mean, I may lose my hair may change color, it may change texture, it may change, I have straight hair, maybe a little bit curly, I don't know. My physical appearance and my physicalness has always been a strength for me and always made me feel secure. This sort of change, I'm scared a little bit of, there's something scary about maybe not being attractive, maybe being exposed. But then there's sort of this other side that makes me think of new, different, change, fun. I think it's also somewhat might have to do with my sexuality. I think being gay, there's oftentimes the fear that you don't want to look gay. There's something that seems light and free about being able to just get in the shower and get out, it's dry and put a little gel in it. Bam, you're gone. But there's this other side that, you feel kind of naked and exposed. Yeah, I think it definitely requires a lot of trust. I mean, I was just thinking about how you go into a surgeon and I'm going to have my breasts removed, and I really have to trust that person to take care of my body. But, your hair is also part of your body.
Because you got some barbers out here that you don't want to say nothing to. You just be like, I just want my hair cut down and a little design. You feel uncomfortable. You should be feeling comfortable when you're in the seat. Don't feel uncomfortable. If you feel uncomfortable, hop up.
Yeah.
Hop up.
Do you have any really good or really bad haircut stories?
I've done myself up a couple times.
When I was in middle school, I started cutting my own hair, which was really interesting. Yeah.
I needed a haircut and I didn't have the money to do it. I figured I could try. It didn't work too good.
All those years of watching somebody else cut my hair, it didn't seem like it was going to be that hard to just go like this and go like that. It looked awful.
I was ready to get a pair of clippers and just go bald.
Oh no!
I wanted part of my hair to be blonde because I wanted to then make it blue as a rebellion. And I knew to make hair blonde you had to bleach it, but I didn't realize that it wasn't a literal bleach.
I mean, you know how hard it is to take a curling iron and try to curl something that long to try to get it to look like the other side of your head. It just doesn't work.
So I filled up a bucket with bleach, and I took a section of hair that I wanted bleached, and I just dipped my head in and, just kind of let some of my hair get in the bleach. And my hair just disintegrated.
And it was really, really hot. And I had just had it with my hair. And I got my friend to take a pair of, the orange handled, paper cutting scissors. It was been in a ponytail and he just cut it right off.
When I went and got my hair cut with this bald spot in the side of my head, and the gentleman didn't know what he was doing, so he just made it look worse.
I got bowl cuts all through the 90s, and my mom permed my hair on top of that.
And it was like a bowl cut. We tried to do the fades. Y'all remember the fades? Yeah, and it was terrible.
So many bowl cuts.
Which was just all lopsided on one side and calyx twirling all over the place. And hey, even my mom thought it was bad.
The guy that was cutting my hair, he and his partner broke up, and I was in the thick of it, and apparently the scissors took more discretion. And the angrier he got, the shorter my hair got, and I was like, okay, I'm done. We were good. Let me go.
So you know you have a bad haircut when your mother's going, why'd you let him do that to him, you know?
Cool. Do you have any really good haircut experiences?
Yeah. There's time I thought I deserved to be this model, which I think everybody feels like that.
I feel like when I first got my hair cut, it was a scary experience, but it was a real fun experience because I was scared to cut my hair, but I wanted to try something new. And the barber that did it, he just straight tore it out the front. And he had the best hair, like design in my hair that I could never think that he would be able to do.
I can tell, like, especially when they really like it. I look at their face and they look at the mirror and say, oh yeah, yeah. And they hand me the mirror and it makes me feel good, you know.
You know, when you hear that kind of feedback, like from somebody that's so positive, I mean, it's like, yes, this is why I'm doing this. It's like, yes, this is what it's about for me, is helping people feel more like themselves. That's what it is. That's it.
I'm so in love with this part right here.
I know, it's so cute.
Well, I'd be all right once I'm groomed up, I'm cut, shaved, and all that. You know, that's just me. I've always been like that.
Sometimes your journey in life does come through your hairdo in life. I mean, honestly.
When you lose everything in your life that you've ever owned, the basic necessities really make a big difference. So I'm hoping that this shows who I am. So when I walk into an interview, or a pretty girl, or whatever, that I can, you know, I can enjoy myself, even for just that small time.
I don't know why I like it so much. I just really like it.
Hold on, I feel I missed a spot. I'm looking at it now. I'm realizing I want to make sure.
Okay.
You're totally. I can't help it.